and today I'm going to be playing Blasphemous, which a game I don't know anything about except I know that it's a religion-based platformer game. I believe it's Metroidvania, so it's the kind of thing where you like build up skills over time, and other skills open up other areas of the big open world. It's also got a bit of a retro feel to it. I'm digging this. It's got this sort of vaguely pixelated looking graphics, make it look something like something out of the '90s. Although the relative, I don't know, relative smoothness of the animation, maybe more something out of the 2000s, like early 2000s rather than '90s. I don't know. It looks neat so far. I mean, this is just the opening screen. It looks cool. I do have to show, like, I was fiddling with the options, and I discovered that there's you can adjust the rendering effects to make it look like, I don't know, even more make it look more like a CRT monitor. So it's like something out of the '80s maybe. Like that image just reminds me of Golden Axe from back in the day. Looks cool. I'm just gonna leave it with that disabled, but yeah, the resolution is 640 by 480. Yeah, so it's definitely yeah, a little resolution compared to any modern games. Hi, Marcy. Welcome to the stream. I'm just starting. Let's get into this. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about the game. We'll see how this goes. I did adjust the controls. Oh, here we go. It is not the sun rising, but our sins, Anonymous. Yeah, there's probably going to be lots of talk about sins and stuff. Because, yeah, I don't.
Because it is my guilt, I claim you, grievous miracle. Make my chest hurt with regret. Forge your punishment and nail it deep. Shake my guilt once again.
Yeesh. Oh, yikes. Mature stream, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah, she must be Catholic. the, the Catholic um, denomination of Christianity is really big on guilt.
And thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and every pain of the soul of all kind were visibly and tangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us. Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace, sometime in the form of punishment and corruption. That divine will, equally pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unravel, was called the miracle.
Okay, so maybe it's is this like an original origin story for like original sin and stuff? Maybe it doesn't have any direct connection with Christianity. It's got a different symbol. Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. Okay. So okay. Looks like my health bar is in the upper left corner. I think I should probably reposition my webcam image then. I just put it in the corner. I wasn't sure where it should go. F. Oh, okay. F to consume one of your biliary flasks and recover vitality. These consecrated flasks are refilled by kneeling in a prie-dieu. Find empty vessels to increase the amount you can carry. Okay. So those things heal me. Probably should have. I wasn't sure what flask meant. I just put F for flask when I was setting the controls. I didn't like the default control. I took one look at the default controls and it was like WSD, and I'm like, no, I don't. That's not how I roll. Okay, so I can swing up as well as left and right. I can crouch. I can jump. I can jump while swinging different directions. I can't seem to swing down. So no pogoing like in Hollow Knight. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just take a look around. Yeah. See, like there's a ledge up there. Maybe later in the game I'm gonna get something that'll make me jump higher or climb or something. That's it's typical Metroidvania stuff. Let's just go take a look around. Can I climb the ladder? Hey, neat. Is there falling damage in this game? If I fall too far, do I take damage? Down control. Okay, one of those. Alright. Takes me back to the... Oh, neat. Okay. And again, there's a, like... Okay, sorry, I'm just figuring out the controls and stuff. Okay, did that do something? Press space to rest at the Custodia, saving your game and refilling your health and flasks. Upon death, you'll respawn at the last visited Custodia. Resting will cause enemies to respawn. Okay. That is reminiscent of Hollow Knight. Alright. So, yeah, right away we got some world building going on. Like, are these like all dead bodies piled up here? Like, they're all like, I don't know who this guy is. He's got a weird helmet with a huge spike on it, and like, it looks like I guess he's a soldier, and these are judging by all the spikes sticking up everywhere, these are like the dead bodies of people who were in a big battle or something. So I guess he's some guy, like the sole survivor battle. Like, look at all the bodies, it's crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, hello. Ow. Ooh. Just get right into it, eh? Okay, I'm kind of sucking at dodging this thing. Okay, I have a feeling I'm about to die, and I'm gonna have to do this over again, but I'm trying to dodge that. This time that was my last flask. Exemplaris excommunication. Excommunicationis? Press A button to continue? Okay. Wow, okay. Like, press straight shift to dodge, yeah. Dodge to action to. Oh, I was doing that, I was trying to. Avoid physical attacks and pass through enemies without suffering damage? Oh, really? Okay. Okay, good to know. I noticed the little... okay. I need to... Oh, pushing escape isn't doing anything. I'm trying to bring up the, Oh, hey, there's a map. Oh, for game options? Can I... Just controls from here. I didn't know Flask was for healing me, so let's just make it something that's easy to reach. No! Can't make a keypad enter? Okay, how about keypad plus? There we go. Prayer P. I'll leave that as is for now, I guess. I might need to adjust other things as I go along. I'm just sort of figuring this out as I go. Okay, alright. Okay, I'll do better this time. Oh, is that my previous body or something? Guilt fragment recovered. Oh, hey, I got that little blue bar back. I don't know, is that mana? What is that? I have to watch this cutscene. Watch this cutscene again? Like, what even is he? Some kind of... demon or what? Hey, 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 hey. I tried to just slide under him. Hey, hey, hey. Did I take damage from that? Heal. Almost got him. There we go. Long path ahead, achievement unlocked. Requiem Aeternum. Alright. Oh. Took his helmet off. He's catching the blood of the beast? What? Why? Okay. Some kind of ritualistic thing? Again, I don't know what this guy's story is. Like, why... What did he do? Why did he do that? Is that... Is he even human? Like, does he get stronger from the blood of his enemies or something like that? Anyway, I can just nip back here and heal myself up. There you go. So yeah, so this apparently the game like doesn't go easy on you. Like it just threw a boss at me right at the start without without any kind of build up, practicing combat or anything. Oh, neat. I can go through the door, or I can go this way. Let's use in the door. You need a key to the chamber of the eldest brother to open this door. Okay. Chamber of the eldest brother. Oh, hello. The Holy Line. Who's this? He also has a spike crown on his head.
Regretful be the heart, penitent one. The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end.
So the eldest brother died, I guess. And presumably he's an important person in their order, in their either in their military or their religion. Probably religion. Is it waiting for me? Is it waiting for me?
I
Oh, okay.
am Deo Gracias, witness to and narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle. Such is my penance, as yours is silence.
I hope the sound levels are okay, by the way. I didn't really... like, I just did a really quick test recording at the beginning of this, but it was on the menu screen, so I don't know. I hope the voice is audible and stuff.
The cradle of affliction is what you seek. This can be found in the mother of mothers of the churches. It is a remote place separated from the rest of these lands by a great sacred and forbidden door.
This guy's got ropes for a face? Like, what's his deal?
Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls. However, what I do know is that, according to the rule, one must carry out the 3 humiliations to gain access to what they guard. One of them must be performed in the high mountains, covered in thick blankets of snow and ice.
Great ice level.
Another in the depths of a dark, entombed church where the sleeper lies. And the last one, at the end of the trail, carved by moans that claw their way out of an iron spiral, in the bowels of the bell named Hondo that grows into the earth. Take this thorn and place it on the handle of your sword. If, when the time comes, as you grip your weapon firmly, you notice that it wounds you and makes you bleed, having grown with more thorns sprouting from it, writhing over the figure of the Father carved into the knob, that will mean that you are at the mercy of the grievous miracle, whether for its punishment or its forgiveness.
You acquired Thorn. Oh, great. You can check out the items you have found so far in your inventory while playing by pressing I. Okay. Small gift from De Gracias, nailed into the effigy of the twisted under the guard of your sword. The thorns arisen from the miracle feed on sin and guilt, growing with the burden that its bearer carries. Okay, yeah, they're really big on guilt in this religion here. Not just guilt, but suffering and like having to atone for your guilt or whatever. Okay. Okay, yeah. This gives an idea of the scope of the game here. Like seeing how much stuff there is to fill. I only have 1 item so far. That's cool. That's cool. Bleeding Miracle reaches mastery in the technique of casting blessed blood. After launching, the projectile causes a sacred explosion at the furthest point from its trajectory, causing additional damage. It consumes fervor. What? Okay. Okay, so these are the different things that I can get. That was the high level thing I was looking at there. Is a 4th combo finish attack. Yeah, I noticed that when I was swinging my sword multiple times in a row, we did different swings, like some kind of forming some kind of combo or something. So that could be good. Concentrates the power of the mea culpa on the blade, allowing the penitent one to release its full potential in a single but incredible devastating attack. Okay. Fervorous blood. I should probably be reading these later when I have access to them. It looks like they're all locked right now. But whatever. I feel like reading them now. Sacred Fervorous Blood, sacred technique that allows the bearer of Mea Culpa to use the cut of its blade to bless his own blood and turn it into a throwing weapon. It consumes fervor. I'm guessing fervor is that blue stuff. Takes weight of sin. It takes advantage of the speed of a fall to perform a powerful plunge attack. Okay. Weight of sin. Sacred Thrust. The pendant one takes advantage of the dodge impulse to thrust Mea Culpa at the enemies furthest away. Right, while dodging. Okay. Okay, I'll look at the other ones later. Why is this upside? Is it? Oh, it's a 5. Why is this an upside down too? Oh, right. Anyway. All right. Can I talk to him again?
Even a wise penitent like
Oh,
me.
okay. It's
However,
the same thing.
What I do know
Yeah,
is
it's
solve.
the same stuff. Tell me where to go and stuff. Okay. Well, I guess I'll pray. Even though I already healed myself. There's the number 300 in the upper right corner. What does that refer to? Is that experience or something? Hello? Oh, you're friend or foe? I think it's a foe. He's like holding a knife aloft like he's gonna stab me. Should I be whacking him or should I try to talk to him? Can I talk to him? No? Okay. How are you? Friend or foe? Oh, neither, I guess? Okay, never mind. Yeah, because I got like 5 experience, or 5 whatever that is, for killing that guy. Advanced technique, parry, counterattack, retribution. Press slash, I set it to slash, I wasn't sure what to set it to. This maneuver allows you to counter weak attacks and deflect heavy strikes. During a counter, press the Alt button at the amount of impact to perform retribution, increasing the force of the blow and stunning some enemies. Okay. Alright. Ow. Alright, okay. Takes some getting used to. I pushed it. I pushed the button. Alright. Moving right along. Ah, jerk. Over here. Required Verdales of the Forsaken Hamlet? What? In order to use this prayer, open the inventory and equip it? Prayer? Okay. Song that filled the air during the festivities of a lost village. Its power finds its way through through the floor. Continues through walls and ceilings. Hold on. Wait, okay, pushing... Okay, like, it looks like there's more to read there. How do I... Like, the text goes off the bottom. How do I... Pushing... Okay, pushing down arrow makes it go to the next inventory slot. Pushing Q and E makes it go between these. Pushing enter equips it. Pushing space brings up this. This is the Forsaken Hamlet. Whether in rain, sun, or wind, may this land blessed be. Whether walking or in deep sleep, may this land blessed be. Whether by day or in obscurity, may this land blessed be. Okay. Anyway, its power finds its way through the floor, continues through walls and ceilings, comma, and then there's more of the sentence, which how do I read that? Like there's no mouse cursor, I can't click on it and drag it down. Okay. Equip a prayer in inventory and then press P to invoke it. Prayers and some combat techniques use up fervor. Attack and execute enemies to fill up your fervor bar. Okay. Okay, seriously though. Okay, what if I turn on numlock and make these the numpad keys? Then can I? Okay. I just. There has to be a way to read more of that message. This is silly. It's silly that I'm unable to read that. Like if the prayer thing is something I'm going to use a lot, I might want to use a different key. Doesn't like it making it enter. I don't know. Something I can reach easily. How about numpad minus? Anyway. Oh, neat. Okay, well, what happens if I use that? Okay. Is there a way up there? There's an inventory item up there. But again, there might be something that I just don't have access to yet. The only reason I'm fighting these guys is it makes my little experience meter and fervor meter go up. Advanced techniques, air impulse, lurk. Hey Zhao, welcome to the stream, or welcome to the lurking in the stream, I guess. Anyway, what do we got here? Advanced technique, air impulse. Press Shift Alt in the air to ascend after hitting an enemy. You can do this up to 2 times before landing. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I freed a little Cupid-looking character. What's this? Find Children of Moonlight. You'll find them caged all over Custodia. You can release them with any technique at your disposal. Okay. Custodia? Is that the name of the country or the planet or the world? More world building, I guess. Yeah. I don't get what it said about using Shift Alt in the air to like bounce off of enemies or whatever. I wasn't quite clear on
There
that.
is no answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who await here.
Albero. Yes, reminder about the map, okay. Yeah, I might want to change spacebar to, like... Sorry, as I figure things out, I'm probably going to be reconfigured. I just want to... Like, I want all the keys to be within easy reach without having to... without having to look down at the keyboard. It's another one of those crows. Oof. Okay. Injured people is some kind of...
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one. Welcome to Albero, sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the Kissers of Wounds.
Brotherhood of the Killers of Wounds? I guess it's like a healing brotherhood or something.
Few remain here who can still employ it. But Tirso is my name. There are few of us who still care for the sick and ailing. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection. Thus both we and they remain at the mercy of the miracle. Time outside these walls passes by strangely. In sundowns we need not contemplate. But if your penance happens to carry you under said skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments. The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
Okay. So it's a quest I've got. I've got to find the ingredients they want. You've acquired Dove Skull? Equip rosary beads in your rosary to improve the characteristics of the penitent one. I guess penitent one is what my character's called. Find additional knots to increase the number of beads you can equip. Okay. Alright, and what does the Dove Skull do? Skull of a bird, drilled as a cullet. Its apparent frailness slightly strengthens the penitent one's defenses. Okay. And I can read lore on it. That morning when the bonfires are lit and the convicts are raising their ghastly pleas to the indifferent inquisitors, a white dove came down from heaven and perched on the shoulder of a prisoner, where it stayed until it burned with him. Huh. Okay then. Alright, so equipping it slightly strengthens my defenses. That's cool. Okay, so it looks like I can go this way, or I can go down there. Ooh, and there's also a way to go down below. I don't know. All things being equal, let's take the high road. Okay, so this guy just whack this, or this looks like a lever or something. I suppose I can I jump that far? Well, I didn't take any damage.
Thou hast called upon the winch of the Order of the True Shrine.
Let's wait
In
for
this
it.
place, we gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial as our charitable rule prescribeth. Help us, these poor souls, O penitent one in silence. The Order blesses you.
Okay. before I move onward, I do want to see what's down below as well. I have a feeling this way might lead to a dead end. Oh, maybe not. What have we here?
Penitent one, you who carry the painful guilt in your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our burden. Lend it to us and wipe away our tears. Because it is an act of penitence.
The virtue of mea culpa hath ascended? Visit mea culpa shrines to increase the power of your sword. You can also spend Tears of Atonement to unlock combat techniques. Visit additional shrines and increase mea culpa's strength to access more powerful techniques. Okay. Wait, can you visit again? Oh, there we go. Huh. So now I get to choose between these things? Oh. I have to spend those experience points that I've been accruing, I guess. Powerful plunge attack. Someone takes advantage of the dodge impulse or thrust mea culpa at the enemies furthest away. Let's see. This is full potential in a single but incredible devastating attack. So I can like charge up a shot, or I can get bigger combos. Which seems like it would be most useful to me now. Like, should I save up for this guy, or should I just get this one, or what? Powerful plunge attack. I kind of would like to be able to strike down. Let's get Weight of Sin. That's K to unlock? Or is that a K? What letter is that? Am I doing it wrong? Oh, okay. I have to hold the button down, apparently. Okay. There's a big wind up before he can do it. Oh? Oh, a secret place. I just whacked the wall out of force of habit. I guess I should do that more often. What have we here? We've acquired Calcanium of Persian. The what? I was trying to read. Persian the Bandit. Feared by his countrymen, Persian attacked roots without a distinction between rich or poor and always alone. The day he dragged himself to Albero, I don't know what comes after that sentence, because it's I can't drag that thing down. Like, am I supposed to be able to push other buttons, or? Oops. Oh, what did I do? I pushed H. H makes it go down? Go figure. H. Why didn't I think of that? I only found that out by pushing keys. I was just going through every letter on the keyboard, pushing all of them until something happened. Um, there's no information anywhere. Like there's nothing in the key binding screen. There's I don't. I'm sorry. That's kind of bad design. If there's just no way to know how to do it, and it's obviously something I'm supposed to be able to do, but whatever. Okay, so H makes it go down, so Y makes it go up. All right. Let's see between okay. Start again. Feared by his countrymen, Persian attacked roots without distinction between rich or poor, and always alone. The day he dragged himself to Albero on the brink of death, no one took pity on him. Okay. So this is on the collectibles screen. So this doesn't actually do anything. It's just something you collect. Just a totally optional thing. Okay. And what about this thing here? Song that filled the air during the festivities of the Lost Village. As power finds its way through the floor, continues through walls and ceilings, harming the enemies of the Penitent One. The ringing of a laced shell horn used to precede this chant, but now only silence remains. Okay. So is there any more in this one here? Oh, okay. Feed on sin and guilt, or grow with the burden this bear carries. Okay. Is there... Okay. What's in here? So this is secret. Like, I had to break through a door, break through a wall to get here. What have we here?
This lowly servant greets you, O penitent one. Welcome to the ossuary of all those who will be eternally remembered. My duty is none other than to provide shelter to each and every one of these skeletal remains that linger under these intangible veils of dust. It matters little how many years or centuries have passed. The bones speak to us through their creaking and grinding, and through their silence. But these remains need one another in order to reveal the truth they still guard within. Only together, in intimate brotherhood, will they achieve eternal rest. For this, they beg that you help them. Bring them before me, and in this way, we will uncover the truth that they have silenced.
Okay. Is there something keeping track of my quest? What I'm supposed to be doing in each of these places? Map not available. Huh. Okay. All right. Can't break these lanterns. There were other lanterns I was able to break. Back in Albero? Okay, what's this way? Desecrated cistern. Is this just some optional area? I mean, you know, the whole Metroidvania theme we got. Does that hurt me? Does it hurt me if it falls on me? This is for science! Okay. Ow, okay, that did hurt me. Kind of badly, actually. What now? Okay, giant dude with a face on his chest, alright. Hello?
Two faces greet you, penitent one. My name is Nacimiento. Look at my chest, upon which an ancient visage grows older and older. A face that does not speak, that does not think, while mine becomes younger, such that I now look like a child. Such a terrible sentence is this, that I do not understand its purpose. No matter how much I reflect on the sin that I may have committed to deserve it, the grace of the miracle is present even in those who are punished. Perhaps I might reduce the magnitude of this sentence by helping you. Bring me the Quicksilver, which is capable of flourishing under our feet in any place at the whim of the Grievous One, and I will mix it with the bile from your flasks, thereby enhancing its gift.
Flasks cannot be improved. Objects are missing. Quicksilver, give bile flask, sacrifice Tears of Atonement 1000. Okay.
Bring me the Quicksilver, which is capable of
You already
flourishing
said that.
under our feet in any place.
You already said that. Thanks. Can't go any further here? Okay. Guy's got. Why is his feet are nailed to a board? Like, no kidding. They're two nails. Like, I know that they're big on guilt and atonement and penitence and they're just really big on just needless suffering. Like, oh, pain is good. You have to feel lots of pain in order to be. Anyway, Mountains of the Eternal what? I didn't catch that. Endless Dusk. Can I help him? Oh, it comes back. That's neat. Oh, I can't parry it. Hey. I was trying to. Oh, I should probably heal. I was trying to. How do? Okay, seriously, how do I do the thing where I is supposed to be able to like bounce off them or something? It's talking about like pushing shift and attack at the same time while in the air, and I'm supposed to be able to like bounce off them or something. Anyway, what's this? You acquired Metacarpus of Hodges the... Did you say Hodges the Blacksmith? Blacksmith Brendan Hodges forged some of the Custodia's most beautiful weapons, wielded by the Anointed Legion themselves. Destiny wanted it to be one of his weapons that killed him. Yeah. Metacarpus being the bones of the hand. The 8 bones down here. Can you see that? Yeah, the 8 bones down here are the carpal bones. The idle animations. The metacarpals are the ones inside the hand that are still part of the fingers. Like the long bones along here. So that's what bone that's referring to. Can I can't look down. Okay. Okay, so it did bounce off the surface plane on there. Should I be whacking them? I don't know. There doesn't seem to be any other way to interact with them. Oh dear. I guess I wasn't supposed to fall down there. Is it going to take me all the way back to the... When the penitent one dies, erring in his penance, a guilt fragment is anchored in the world. The weight of guilt accumulates and reduces the gain of fervor and tears of atonement, as well as the maximum fervor. Collect guilt fragments to recover, or find someone who can ease your burden. Collect guilt fragments. Okay. So does that mean my maximum fervor is reduced or something like that? Anyway, basically it sounds like it's saying I need to find my body, my previous body there. I went the other way. What's this way? Is this breakable? Okay, anyway, yeah, seems that falling off the bomb there was like insta-death. What's over here? Oh wait, this is where I went before. It was, hold on. This is where the, let me just refresh my memory, just, what was it that he asked me to do again?
The bones thank you for your help,
Oh, okay.
O virtuous penitent one.
Right, bones.
Bring the bones before me, and we will uncover the truth that they keep silent.
Okay, need to find more of them, I guess. Calcanium. Oh yeah, calcanium. That's the bone at the back of the foot. It's your heel bone, basically. I have anatomy training because I was trained as a massage therapist back in the day. I'm just kind of generally a bit of an anatomy nerd. I just think it's cool. Just the way the I'm not quite clear. I'm not quite clear on how to do it. Like, is it like Shift Alt or Alt Shift? I haven't figured out how to consistently do that move. Or about. Hey. Okay, so it's okay. It put it on the edge of the cliff. So that's something. Guilt fight recovered. Okay, cool. Nope, don't you heckin' dare! I was trying to push Alt and Shift at the same time. Oh, did it heal me when I pick up the guilt fragment? Okay, it's trying to get to that. Okay, so it's Alt and then Shift? What if I push Shift and then... Okay, I have Alt... Control to jump and Alt to attack. That's like classic Apogee game keys. Huh, didn't know you did massage therapy? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean... I don't do it now. I mean, that's something I did a long time ago. Yeah, went to school for that for a few years. Practiced it for a few years. I'm sort of in a place I don't know. I don't know what I want to do now. Alt Shift. Okay. easiest keys to push together. Okay, this looks like a point of no return kind of thing, unless I can climb that. I mean, the fact that conspicuous cracked-looking wall, I have a feeling I might be about to get an ability to climb, especially since there's a save point down there. Do I want to fully commit myself to this? Press also when jumping against certain surfaces to thrust your sword into the wall. Oh, okay. While hang. Oh, okay. Okay, so I already have the ability. Neat. Yeah, fair. I went to vocational school for HVAC, and now I do not that. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I mean, I kind of changed my mind about changed my whoa. Changed my mind about career ideas. Jerk. I don't like how low in hit points I'm getting. I'm assuming I need to be like standing up in order to got him. Yeah, I changed my mind about career choices a few times over the years. Nothing's really stuck. Oh. Yeah, I'd rather drop on you from above anyway. Ah, crap. What was the deal with that? Like I had the option of pushing like the talk key on him, but then he got back up again and I couldn't do it anymore. I don't know if that was some sort of secret super optional. Whoa, hello. Oh, you jerk. Hold on. I think I might need to go back and heal, or I'm gonna die here. Although I think I might make all the enemies respawn if I do this. That's fine. I'll just do better this time. Oh, it made this guy respawn too. Hey. It takes forever to do that healing animation. Okay, my purpose in coming back here was to heal ups and do better this time. Let's try this again. not coming back? Okay. Ow. Ah. Okay. Might not be able to parry that one. It's trying to parry. Is it doing any damage to him? Ah. Okay, I don't think I'm actually doing any damage to him when I hit his shield there. Okay. I'll take that as information gained. I'm trying to dodge him. Not very good at it. Oh yeah, I have the... Don't I have the... Shoot, what key did I set it to again? It's spacebar, right? There we go. That works. I have to remember that I can do that. Yeesh. Okay. What is this arena looking thing? Okay. Ah. Hey. Whoops. It's my last healing. Ah, shoot, jerk. How many hit points does she have? I can't. She doesn't have a hit point meter like the other boss did. Huge. You didn't telegraph that one. All the other lightning strikes, she just... There are little sparkles that preceded them. Fine, whatever. Just heal up, do that fight over again. They're in different positions now, though. waiting for him to throw so I can dodge it. Because I keep botching the timing on that. There you go. Yeah, so it brings back the fervor that I had before. Huh? What happened to the boss fight? You have no available offerings. What's this? What kind of offerings is this thing looking for? Was that boss fight that I did? Like, was that like just a one-time thing, and I can't do it anymore? Did I miss out on something by failing to defeat her when I had the chance? How far can I look? I can't really. Okay. What the heck is this now?
O penitent one, we traverse strange roads under the same firmament, with nigh other trade, nigh other name. My name is Redento, barefoot pilgrim of the Order of the Genuflectors. Prithee taketh nigh affront in my not looking at thy visage, for we at each moment lean forth, so as not to divert our eyes from the path. Such is our old precept. We are before Hondo, a great buried bell, erected upside down so that its ringing would make the earth tremble and reach distant lands. Now Hondo resoundeth in a deep triune moan that travelleth in echoes through its broad spiraling circles. My feet wish to cross to the other side of this ancient valley, to move on to the next destination. Oh, my sins! Who could help me?
Okay. So you're saying you wanted to cross this thing, but you don't have any means to. Well, I'm gonna take a wild guess. I don't have a means to either. That's something I'm gonna have to find at some point. Can I climb down here? Okay. Just wanted to be sure I wasn't like about to die by trying to climb here. Oh, okay, the damage you. I think that might be unbreakable. Huh, okay. Oh, it's... What are all these? I can cycle through these things down here. Center, zoom. Zoom. Oh, okay. C centers it on me. Pin marker? Okay, so I guess these are markers, like I can just, and then enter delete marker. Okay. Interesting, in case I want to mark locations. I have no idea if I want to go this way. I mean, got me again. Ah, darn, I have to go through all that again to get the find my guild fragment again. don't know what happens if I die twice in succession, but I have a feeling I don't want to find out. In Hollow Knight, it's bad to die twice in succession because you lose all your stuff. So yeah, using the anyway, using the the thing that you respawn from while they're injured but still alive, you can. It saves their hit points, so. I mean, basically what I was trying to say is that it seems to be cost effective to like injure them and then go heal and then finish them off. I have to figure out where I left my body. Or my quote unquote guilt fragment. There it is. I mean, this only says I have to go this way. It looks like there are lots of ways to go. Ooh, you got some reach. These guys got a lot of hit points here. Acquired the scapula of Carlos the Executioner. Scapula being the medical term for the shoulder blade. I don't like how badly injured I am here. I'm out of healing opportunities. Oh, who are you? Friend or foe? Okay. Did that damage me? Okay, I'm almost dead here. And I don't like it, so I'm gonna head back and see if I can heal. Or at least, you know, be closer to where my spawn point, in case I die. I don't know, maybe I should explore a different direction. Looks like there are lots of different ways I can go. why don't you? Except it probably would have been better if they hadn't died, so because now they're gonna come back with full hit points. I'm not doing very well at this game, am I? Maybe I should go do a different quest. I haven't figured out how to deal with that guy. Seriously? I find it really awkward to dodge these guys for some reason. I mean, I don't know, I haven't figured out the rhythm of it, I guess. Maybe it's just me being too greedy and trying to just charge in and whack them when I should hold back, wait for them to Oh, he did this thing again. Oh, okay. Did I... So it's like an execution move kind of thing. Not sure why that was different. I think I'm just gonna clear chat just because it's been sitting idle for a long time. So no sense in having. Oh yeah, Scapula of Carlos Executioner. His hatred for people was as great as his love for animals. When he was ordered to execute a dog that had bitten a bishop, Carlos refused for the first and last time. Huh. Sort of like, he's the John Wick of this world. You know, killing people is like whatever, but you hurt a dog's like no way. You know what? I don't think I need to actually go that way. Let's see what's down here. I thought maybe there was someone to talk to. Didn't mean to actually kill him. Oh, I see. These things were going in time with them ring the bell. Now they're no longer ringing the bell. These things stopped. Okay, so that's what that stuff about the bell was, I guess. Did that open something up? Oh, I see it. It activated moving platform up there. Alright. Hey, hey, hey. Did that thing arc in flight or something? I swear it was good. It seemed to be traveling at a different angle or something. Oh, is this gonna make the platform up top move as well? Also, if I go back to the...
I halt here to look for a crossing to the other side, so as to continue my penance in wandering. Ah, don't let it be a disturbance to thee, penitent in guilt, for my feet will find their long-awaited walking. Penitent one, may thy trade silence neither thy spirit nor thy frame.
Thought maybe that activating that platform would make all the platforms activate, and this guy... would be able to move too. Oh well. No available offerings. Just want to go get my healing potions back before I proceed any further. And just hope that it saved the fact that I activated the platforms. I'm used to, like, Hollow Knight being able to dash while in the air, and I keep trying to do that, and it's like... it doesn't do anything. I don't know how I feel about using the keypad minus for that. I might set it back to yeah, I think I'm gonna set that back to That space bar. That can be keypad minus. Don't use it that often. I keep second guessing myself about which button to push. Ow. He, when he collides with the wall, while I am hanging off it, I immediately drop down. So I have to be careful about how I time that. Oh, can I knock this out of the air? Because that might change things. About how I deal with them. Can I knock it out of the air? That's what I should be doing. Been making this hard for myself for no reason. Helps if I time it right. Having to do this stretch over and over again it's still helpful because I get more of that experience, or whatever term it used for that thing that gives me extra abilities, so it's all good. It didn't save the fact that I took out the bell ringer? Or I suppose, yeah, I suppose all enemies. At least it did save the platform moving. Maybe I should take out the bell ringer again. Yeah, came all that way and all the way back again. Just end up with the same hit points after all. Whoa, that was close. Huh. How do you get there? I don't know. Oh, there's another one. Oh, come. I thought it was far enough away from it that it wouldn't damage me. I thought I could climb up onto that ledge. I thought that was the purpose of the ladder there. Silly me. At the very least, I would have thought... That was about as badly timed as it could have been. It's fine, I get more experience this way. We won't bother with those guys this time. Or maybe I'll be forced to bother with them. Every other time I came this way, I was able to just jump at this guy and just whack him. And the one time he decided to change his behavior is when I left this, also the one time that I left those guys alive down there. I see how it is. Hey. Oops. Missed opportunity to see what the execution move was. Oh well. Slowly to find my guilt fragment which I left behind over this way. It takes too darn long to do the wind up for the weight of guilt move or whatever it's called. There it is. Okay. don't particularly want to find out what happens if I fall on those spikes there. Probably nothing good. Yeah, for a second there I thought maybe there's no way for me to go here. Oh hey, save point. Hooray, I can finally get myself healed up again, except that oh yes, of course it also makes the enemies respawn. Haha. That's fine. Could be worse, could be a lot worse. And almost like this, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm, oh, that was spectacular. Okay, apparently I have to be a little more careful around that. It's good to... Spikes are insta-death, good to know. Still have no idea if this is the best way to go for gameplay purposes or whatever. I continue to be impressed by the art and animation. This still looks cool. These are chains that look like they might be connected to a platform, but I don't see a platform. I have no idea how far down this goes. So there's basically no way for me to get back up. But YOLO! Oh, there's a way back up. Okay, so presumably there's a way to open that up at some point. Oh, interesting. Huh, okay. So you can whack those things to activate them. That seems like useful information. Alright. So I can go further down, or I can go back up here and okay, this... Now assuming that remains active, you know, when I die or reload or whatever, that seems like it makes a shortcut that will make it easier to carry on with. Oh, well, this is ominous. Well, definitely want to whack that one. Let's see what happens. Is that gonna summon the boss or something? No? No. I'm vaguely disappointed. Hey. There's stun lock, didn't do anything. Hey. Wow. Okay. I wasn't able to do anything. Like... like the first guy... It's like it seems if you get hit while you're in the air, you're just... it just renders you completely vulnerable to everything. Oh, can I get back up? Oh, yeah, here you go. Yeah, so the bell ringer was only activating that one, but it caused a chain reaction, it seems. That's neat. Some part of my brain is wondering, like, how does the game decide which um, what sequence they go in if they don't. You're supposed to go out of sequence or whatever. Anyway. Yeesh. It's vicious. Oh, come. Finicky timing, eh? You're gonna throw it at me? Whatever. Screw you, I'm going this way. Still do contact damage. Is that one of the bones? Oh, almost had it. The vertebra of John the Gambler. Known for his gambling skills, many believe that John von Gammerman's fate was guided by the high wills. The day his luck ran out, so did his life. Quick, identify which vertebrae that... It says vertebra singular, but it's clearly multiple vertebrae. Okay. Very nearly died there. Good to know. I should probably have waited until the platform was back. And that looks like a one-way opening there. Let's see, it's this way. Another one of these. Waiting for it. Okay. Mercifully, there's a little bit of a wait before start going. Empty bile vessel. Somebody wanted a bile vessel, didn't they? I've totally forgotten. I've forgotten who that was. I can't jump that far, can I? I might not be able to continue this way. Or maybe I just need to do that. So I can go up, or I can use that. Well, let's say it's up. Take the high road again. Yeah. Huh. What? Whacking it didn't make it the shockwave go off? I wanted to see if I could hit her with it. If I timed it right. So speaking of timing things right, that was the opposite of timing things right. I'm almost dead and have no healing, and I'm like, should I press on? Which makes it difficult. It makes it more difficult for me to find the resulting guilt fragment, or should I go back and get healed but make all the enemies come back? Oh, what's this? Everything is so grim in this game. It's just, it's all pain and blood and stuff. Refill empty biliary vessel in exchange for 500, whatever that stuff is. Sure, why not? Got lots of that stuff. Oh, okay. So now I've got 3 instances of healing. Okay, guess I'm pressing onward then. I do want to wrap up this recording soon. I did sort of intend for this to be a short stream from the beginning. Ah. Wait for it. I'm waiting for him to throw again. Oh, maybe he won't throw while I'm okay. Whatever. Okay. Oh, now I can activate it. Okay, so there's nothing here. Okay, now have I reached a dead end? Oh. Never mind. I sort of have this expectation that sooner or later I'm going to reach a point where I can't go any further and without some ability that I need to acquire elsewhere, but... Supposed to whack these guys? What's this? Oh! What did that do? It made that massive chain fall. Do we want to continue going up, or do we want to see what's this way? Let's see what's this way, I guess. This looks like it might be set up for a boss fight. What is this? Or is it a puzzle? Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe I needed to... position this... There's this delay before it stops. Okay, that's too high. Okay, so that's too low now. How's this? I guess this is a little too far to the right, okay. Is that any better? I mean, I suppose I want it to be halfway between them. There's no way to be precise about this. There we go. What have we here? You acquired knot of rosary rope. Oh, okay. Rope knot made from the threads of habits of monks deceased in ancient times. I can read lore about it. Ingracia was her name. Her rosaries were the prettiest of all Custodia. Excuse me. The most prestigious priests and bishops frequented her workshop, and even her very holiness Escobar commissioned her. Such was her mastery that a rosary crafted by old Ingracia was unparalleled in beauty, delicacy, and perfection. Word spread that a rosary that was not made by her would not receive divine blessing, and prayers would not be heard, and besides, that would be a sin. Okay. She's that special, eh? This caused all others to become banned by the Holy Mother Church, and those so-called false rosaries were sought and burned. Someone who kept a deceitful rosary would be severely punished, sometimes even accused of heresy. Then we all began to wonder what would become of the rosaries when Ingracia was no longer with us. Well, yeah. What do these things do? Do they do anything? I don't know. Is it just more collectibles? I guess I'll climb up some more. Oop. Ah, frick. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for the little flappy head to go away and then... Oh, it's one of those things. The Moonlight Children, whatever they were called. Children of the Moon. There you go. 2 out of 38. Again, gives a hint as to the scope of the game. Seeing how widely spaced apart they are. There's still more ways to go. I can go to the right or I can go up. Okay, well... Yeah. There's a shortcut? So I can get back here faster? Where am I? Oh, there's the thing. Well, oops. In that case, maybe I'll just grab this thing. I'm presuming that saves it. So exit to main menu. Does that save that position there? I'm assuming. I'm hoping. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. There's my first look at Blasphemous. Looks cool. For some reason, this person seems to have 4 hands, and they're inside the neck of their outfit, I guess. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this. It's looks like the game has all kinds of, I mean, like the game's story has all kinds of made up rules for how its religion works, but all of them are based around this idea of penitence. The soldier is called the penitent one. So he's like, he's all about penalizing himself, and I guess earning divine favor by suffering enough. Yeah, and basically everyone is having a competition to see who can suffer the most. So what a grim, dark world this is. Oh well. Yeah, I only have 1 viewer at the moment. I don't think there's probably no point in doing any rating. So I'll probably hold off on that. But yeah. I mean, the graphics are pretty neat. I like the art style. It looks pretty cool. I mean, there's something about, you know, just because I grew up in the 80s and 90s. There's something about that pixelated look which just instantly gives a sense of nostalgia. You know. For games of that era that I grew up with. It's kind of neat. Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes. Obviously, it's got a pretty broad scope of the game, but at least there's a map to help me keep track of where I am, what I'm doing. I don't know if the path that I chose was the best one to start out on, but yeah, we'll see, I guess. Maybe next time I'll try one of the other quests. I don't know. That's all for now. Until next time.